We have another treat here for us as well. Every year, or many years, the city has sponsored or been engaged with the Our Heroes project. And Wallace Corbett, a member of the MCCDC community, has been the foundation and the backbone behind the Our Heroes project. And he's going to tell us a little bit about that, and as well show a video and speak to some of the pictures that you see from that project that are in the sanctuary. Wait a minute, he's going to speak about it.
Hello. Oh, so much better. Our Heroes exhibit is one of the largest exhibits in the country, telling the history of the District of Columbia. A 500-piece collection is our largest exhibit owned now by the Martin Luther King Library. So today we're honored just to bring a small tablet of heroes and sheroes in the Black gay community. Amen? As you always know, Billy Jones was one of the main advocates for gay marriages, as well as advocating for the laws to protect the gay community. Alvin Cephas, if you didn't know, was one of the world's most famous models in the country and a great advocate for the fight against HIV and AIDS in Washington, D.C. Bishop Cheeks, a reverend, a minister, and a friend to the fight against HIV and AIDS and discrimination for the gay community. A. Billy Jones did a great work with Damien Ministry and still fights for the care of those. Carlene Cheatham focused on the fight for the lesbian community and the rights to be heard. Chauncey Lease was one of the early pioneers to fight against HIV and AIDS in the early 80s when it wasn't even called AIDS. Christopher Barnhill was born with HIV, but didn't let that stop him to become a major advocate in the fight against HIV and AIDS and the support against teens. Christopher Bates fought federally for money for the gay community and for money to protect the HIV and AIDS community as well. Chuck Hicks just finished a major production focusing on, what's his name? Oh, focusing on one of the gay legends. If you did not remember, Clubhouse was one of the major focus for the Black community to gather when we couldn't gather anywhere else. Cornelius Baker worked tirelessly with Whitman Walker and other AIDS organizations to make sure that care was not forgotten for those who were forgotten. Corey Franks fought tirelessly to make sure that straight Black men were not forgotten in the fight against HIV and AIDS at all times. Danielle Pleasant was a mother of two who were born with HIV, but did not stop tirelessly to ensure that pediatric care was not forgotten. David Naylor was one of the early pioneers in the 80s to fight to ensure that those who had HIV were not left homeless or on the street. DC Care Consortium spent great hours to ensure that those who did not have homes, did not have food, had a place to go. Derek Hicks was one of the major political pioneers to ensure that HIV was not forgotten. Dwayne Brown, his son, passed from HIV, but his family showed that just because you were HIV doesn't mean your family was going to let you go. Oh, me? Well, I'm just me. Our Heroes, if you see, was one of the largest and is the largest black and white photography set in the Martin Luther King Library, 500 pieces, which is now owned by the library. And of course, Reverend Kathy, a pioneer for breast cancer, a pioneer for HIV, and a pioneer for the care for those. With her and Reverend Dwayne, they both spent a great deal of their time advocating for the rights of others who may not have been seen in this world. Amen? I thank you on behalf of our Heroes exhibit. It is owned by the Martin Luther King Library, so it's publicly you can view it. The 500 pieces, but yet understand that this is your history. And sometimes when you think as black people we don't have our history, well, we have our history. Thank you.